Lachie, congratulations, mate.
Thanks,
when
mate.
You heard the news, there a little bit of a spring in the step?
Yeah, definitely. It's always cool to get something like that, I suppose, given to you. But it was pretty cool last week as well, getting the response that it got from the playing group, especially from blokes that you respect. But yeah, no, it's cool. But you know, it's not high on my list of priorities, of course. But yeah, it is very cool.
How did you find out?
It was actually Nixie in the morning. It was around mid-morning, and he called me. I was like, "Oh, what's going on here? Have I stuffed up?" But no, it was good news, and yeah, it was good to get that call.
Tell us a bit more about that outrage and the love that you received the week before from playing with Australia.
Yeah, it doesn't need much explanation, Maxi, but it was much more than what I expected. I was like, oh, you know, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, you know, so be it. But yeah, to see the response that we got, especially from, you know, Tex and Smithers and Tommy, you know, blokes who have been around a while and who I really respect, was really really cool to see. Yeah, I'll take it. It's pretty cool. You know, but yeah, as I said, especially from blokes who've been around a long time and played a lot of AFL as well. That's yeah, it's definitely it's very humbling, that's for sure.
Did you need something like, well, not me, but is it nice to have something like this to sort of go, oh yeah, I'm really fitting in, or were you feeling like you were really fitting in?
Yeah, well, obviously I was very fortunate that I got a good run at it, and you know, all the coaches were great for me as well in terms of instilling confidence in me and you know, letting me know that I'm doing my role, and that's all that matters as well. So you know, as I got you know, a few more games under the belt, I suppose I did start to feel a little bit more I suppose at ease or at home, I guess. But you know, it is AFL and you can't get too comfortable. But yeah, it's definitely cool to, you know, get that recognition. But at the same time, I'm not too fussed.
What about your work on the field? A lot of the commentators who haven't seen you running around here like we've seen you running around, they started to pick up on pretty early that you're good on both shoes. Has that been a weapon for a long time?
Yeah, it's definitely something that I like to think I've taken through my junior footy as well. Yeah, it's definitely something that, you know, I suppose I could say I worked on, but it was never really something that I, you know, felt like it was work. It was more, you know, I just loved kicking and loved going for kicks, you know, especially when I was a kid back home. So I suppose as you go for more and more of those kicks, you sort of start to pick up a few things here and there, and it goes from there. But yeah, I definitely like to think that I've taken it through my junior footy and hopefully to here as well. Yeah. For sure, especially last year when I was playing a lot half back in the Sandful. He was awesome, and Laddie as well. You know, helping us out and making sure, firstly, that we felt welcomed, which, you know, everyone did, and then secondly, helping us with you know, how to play that role. You know, because myself and Will as well, and Andy as well, who's came on this year as well. So yeah, no, Brody especially has been great. I've had Tommy as well, Tommy Dudes, who I lived with for my first month, and he was all right. He was all right.
Tough couple of days for some players who will be leaving the club.
Yeah, for sure. It's obviously a really tough time of year for footy clubs when everything sort of slows down and there's no more games to talk about. And you know, it's going to be, it's definitely going to be really tough to see, you know, some teammates move on, and yeah, that's about all I'll say there.
And yourself, are you hoping to settle on a wing next year?
On a
wing, playing on the wing?
Oh, wing, sorry. Yeah, that hopefully. Look, I'll just worry about, you know, making sure that I do everything possible for to give myself the best shot, and you know, whether that's on the wing or wherever, I'm not fussed. I'll play anywhere.
How do you sort of losing teammates, Sholl? I don't think it's something that you would have done absolutely too much.
No.
How is that for a young fella losing blokes that, you know, may have even been here for 10 years?
Yeah, it is tough, no doubt. Especially, as you said, I've never really experienced that before, and you know, particularly last year when we had a lot of guys move on, and you know, you sort of just start to, you feel like you're gelling with everyone, and you know, things are going well, and then things happen, of course. But it is tough, definitely, because you're so used to seeing them every day and you know, being mates with them. And it's definitely going to be tough again, no doubt.
What does it look like for you going forward, mate? Do you talk about your manager and the club about how to stick around long term? Do you have those discussions?
Not at all, to be honest, Theo. Not yet. But one thing's for sure, I love this place, love the club, and you know that's not high on my list of priorities at the moment. But certainly to you know, make sure that I'm doing everything possible to help the team. That's certainly up there. But in terms of my future here, you know, I'm not too fussed with that at the moment.
Just wait and see how it pans out. So you're pretty comfortable that something gets done eventually.
Oh no, whatever happens. But one thing's for sure, I love this place and I love the people here involved. So yeah, that's about it.
David King said in a couple of years you might be, or 18 months you might be the best in the comp. Said after a couple of games your rating was above average as a guy who only played 7 games. Does praise like that mean anything to you?
Well, it's very cool, that's for sure, to get a compliment like that from someone who's, you know, been around footy for a very long time. It's a bit daunting though, copping a tag like that, but very cool at the same time, and you know, something that I'll take in my stride and try to keep working on, I guess.
I won't ask if you will live up to it, it's impossible. But is it something you would aspire to? Is Maxie touched on a part of your game that sort of sets you apart from some of the other young players? Yeah,
look, I certainly like to think I pride myself on that side of my game. In terms of trying to live up to that, it's a big ask, but look, I'll keep working on it and see where it takes me.
Talk us through that first goal.
It went pretty quick actually, so I pretty much, it was lucky that it came out my way. I was holding my space, it came out my way, picked it up, and sure enough, the seas parted and I kicked a goal. But that was a pretty awesome feeling as well, getting all the boys come around you and celebrate. So mine's tomorrow. There's a couple going on today as well, but they're getting done within these 2 days. I haven't had mine yet, so we'll wait to see what happens there.
What do you expect if they ask you to come to the exit meeting with your own feedback or personal review as well?
Yeah. So you definitely come prepared with how you think you went and how the season, or how you think the season's panned out. And it's usually just a general chat as well, seeing what's next, what's happened, how can we all get better. So those are the main things. Look, at the start of the year, if you told me I was going to play any AFL, I would have been rapt, and I certainly am now. To be given an opportunity like I did, I'm very lucky, and that's all that I would take out of it. It's just experience, and that sort of experience at AFL level is invaluable, and hopefully I can take that into next pre-season and see where it goes from there.